Hey, welcome to Perfectly Misfit, one of your favorite podcasts that you've never, ever, ever watched. You don't watch this podcast because this podcast ain't worth shit. Welcome, though. This is a podcast where me and my best friend Dan Webb over here, we get together once a week and we mull through the bullshit, the drama, the garbage that is our lives. Dan and I are Army veterans, and we've been through some shit. We've seen some shit. We've done some shit. So, like, a lot of people don't know what we go through. So, this is where we come to every week to get it out. We don't care if you don't like it. Like, you're gonna watch it or you're not gonna watch it. And we're gonna keep doing this every fucking week, every Wednesday if we can. Sometimes we can't because fucking life, circumstances, whatever. But yeah, that's what we do. Dan and I come here together. This is therapy for us, basically, and we hope it's therapy for you. We talk about everyday bullshit, current events, geography,
Weather, because
we,
we're
we do
old.
weather. We're dads. Yeah, we like dad shit. But then when we run out of that shit, we talk about other podcasts. We talk about movies and TV shows and food. Dan and I are chefs. I was a chef in New York City in restaurants and bars. Dan is a papas. He's got a plethora of children he's got to take care of. He's got like two. But either way, that's where we meet. When we run out of bullshit to talk about that we think other people want to hear, we go to those basics. And here we are. We're a little late. Some people might be a little butthurt that we're a little late. I don't give a fuck that we're a little late and you can go suck a fuck. But I mean, I'm not going to point any fingers as to who's bitter about us being late.
Yeah, again, I am cool. I will say I am bitter about us being late, but you're right. We texted and we talked. This is how we do this shit, right?
Oh,
We're fucked up,
yeah.
and sometimes we lash out at each other when we actually don't mean to lash out at each other.
Yeah.
I've
And
got
it's not
other
like
shit
it's not
going
like I
on.
went out of my way to remind somebody of how late they were on our most biggest episode ever. I didn't do
No,
that.
no,
It's not
no.
like
No. We like I said, I owned up to it, and I'm owning up to it now. That yeah, I have other shit going on that I'm irritated about, and you being late today just added on to the irritation. And honestly, I did take it out on you a little bit, and I I don't feel bad, but I'm owning up to it and saying, yeah, I did do that.
so.
You're still late, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
you did take it out on me for being late on our biggest podcast, but you did after. But I took it and I owned up to it. So it's fine.
Daniel, how are you now?
Uh, uh, not bad. You?
It's good news.
I couldn't
I'm.
remember what it was on
It's good.
Letterkenny for a second.
That's
I
fine.
fucking blanked for a whole. I haven't watched
I
Letterkenny.
saw. I saw your brain. I think I saw a little bit of smoke come out of one
The
of your ears.
fucking the gear started turning and went.
Yeah, you're
Nope, we're
frazzled.
skipping that gear.
I done frazzled
Skipping
you.
that gear. Hey, did you? I didn't know that the new. I'm skipping a lot of shit just because we're just talking about Letterkenny, but I didn't know the new season of Shoresy is already out. Did you?
No, just because the last season. Wait. The new one's like a year ago. It's not
I
that
don't know.
new.
It's 2 seasons. There's
Yeah,
2 seasons.
no.
I've only watched one.
Yeah, second season's not that new. No,
Okay.
but the newest season of Letterkenny, which is unfortunately going to be the last season of Letterkenny, will be coming out Christmas.
Okay.
I don't know if you
I
know
don't
that.
have Hulu right now, but I will
Yes, you
shortly.
do. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. I mean,
Okay.
I've got HBO Max in 2 accounts
Right. Right.
somehow. So
And Prime too, right?
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got
We live
Hulu.
in the same household.
You've got Hulu. You've been yeah.
Sips the tea.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Hey, by the
Yes.
way, I think somebody hasn't said hi in a while. Come here. Come here. Lobo hasn't made an appearance in a while, I feel like.
He was on with Chad.
No, he was like over here. He barely like made like a real
No.
appearance. But like we
Okay.
got Lobo Face. Come here, Lobo Face.
I
Oh, there
got
we go.
I
All
got
right.
Miles laying at my feet. And I got the cats
Bro,
circling
it's not
around
like
me.
Lobo's been climbing on my shoulder like you're fucking creatures of
Yeah.
the night.
Bro. All right. So
Drop it. Tell me.
do you know that
Nope.
I am converting my house from propane to natural gas?
Of course, we've been talking about that. We've talked about that at least on 3
Okay.
episodes.
So
We've
it
talked about it.
hasn't mattered necessarily until this week when now Michigan is cold as fuck all of a sudden. It snowed, several times. It is below freezing outside. Um, I woke up last week, Friday, and my house was at 40 degrees. So I brushed out the heaters,
Dude.
throw them around, and try to keep the house to at least 50.
Yeah. I mean, like you want it like 50, 58 is really
Oh,
where
well,
like
I mean, like,
that's I mean
if
like
I,
for I mean by like your people standard, white people. But yeah.
I mean, it's like 54 in the
Yeah,
house
that's
now.
what
I
I'm
have the
saying.
heaters running. Um, and it's fine. Like, I'm not shivering here talking to you. But I turn them off and shit at night, and then I wake up in the morning and it's like, 38, 37 in the house, and I gotta leave them running during the day. I'm more worried about the pipes than I
Yeah.
am my own comfort.
Yeah,
So
No, that makes sense.
none of the heaters are in
Excuse me. Let me
convenient
correct myself.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah, yeah.
So
You want to keep it warm. So you have the protein, you have your metabolism, metabolism. It's going to be
so
active. Yeah, get the
uh,
blood cells
none
going.
of
Yeah.
them are in convenient places where it would keep me warm where I'm gonna be, because they're all by where the pipes are and all this shit. So it may be like 57, or it
No,
may get up to 57, or it's like 52, 53 in the house right now. But like that's in like general spaces
and
in the
you're gonna
house,
want.
not here.
You got to fucking replace that battery, or else I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
What battery?
I just heard a fucking whatchamacallit battery go.
Oh fuck! Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I
yeah,
s
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You have to be
It's
on
gonna
top of
keep
that.
going off.
You have to
It's gonna keep going
come on.
off.
Dude, that is
I've been
dude.
I've
You
been
know,
hearing it
so
for a couple of days
so
now,
just so
and
everybody
I thought it was in
knows,
my head.
shut the fuck up because you know how mad at you I am right now. Just so everybody knows, for if in case you're a new watcher, but Dan and I are video gamers, and one thing we know is that if you hear that beep go on the back in the background of someone's fucking video game audio, or if you're heaven forbid in a fucking Zoom meeting, that means you are sitting amongst one of the most ghettoest, trashiest motherfuckers you've ever met, because that is the sound of a fucking, what is that? Carbon monoxide fucking
It's
audio,
a smoke
or
detector that I
smoke.
got to
It's one
throw
or
a
the other.
battery in.
It's that or the smoke detector. But
It's
that
it's the
sound
one
is usually
upstairs.
that sound is usually only for the most hoodest of raddest fucking establishments I'm playing games with. Usually, I only ever hear that sound
It's
in
not a hood.
in
It's redneck.
Xbox or PlayStation, Call of Duty lobbies of ratchet motherfuckers. Is
Did you
like,
hear it this weekend when we played?
yes, I that's why I'm
Okay, I'm
calling it
not.
out today.
You never
No,
said anything.
no, well,
Okay, now listen.
that's what I'm calling it out
Now
today.
listen. Until you said it on here, I'm not lying. I have tinnitus like a motherfucker.
Well, I know.
So I
Well,
thought all this shit was in my head. And then you're like, I hear a chirp. And I'm like, fuck, that's what it is. It's
yeah,
the fucking smoke detector. My bad. I don't
no,
know.
there's no you're
I don't
bad.
have the kids right now. I don't have the kids this week. I turned
All
I
right, now
turned
I
on
feel bad.
StreamYard's. No, I
Now I
turned
feel
on
bad.
StreamYard's noise reducer in the background. So hopefully we don't hear it, but I probably will. And if you hear it and you're annoyed by it, guess what? I've been living with this for over a week. You think you're annoyed with it? I'm fucking annoyed with it. But I just thought it was in my head because I have fucking bells ringing
I
in
think
my ears all
I
the
think I
fucking
just heard
time.
it again while you were talking.
Fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna go rip it out. No,
Bro,
here's the funny
um,
thing.
oh, go ahead.
All of these are hardwired, so they should never be chirping.
I just had what they call a smoke walk here. So it's
No
like
what?
a smoke walk. Since I live in an apartment building, the management company wanted to walk through and check and test the carbon monoxide tester and the smoke detector, just like as like a, like protecting their investment. I was like, respect. But then when they knocked on the
Nice.
door, I was like, was out doing deliveries, doing my work and shit, and then just having to be home because I had to take a fat shit, uh, a hangover shit from the day before. Um, and yeah, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna bring the smoke detectors to the front door, especially because like the smoke detectors are near the bathroom. I'm like, I'd
Yeah,
rather you guys don't go near my bedroom, which smells like weed, and which is also next to my bathroom, which smells like fucking big fat hangover shit.
nice,
I
nice.
was like, can I just bring it out there? Like, yeah, sure, no problem.
So
Oh man, I
yeah, so this thing
so I
should not be
understand. I
chirping.
understand the
I'm
pain.
really sorry.
What? No, no. It's I'm cracking up that it's like it's been a thing that it's, like I only know what that sound is from, again, from hanging, playing with people on a line, but also growing up in the hood. Like it was like certain friends within my neighborhood. I'm not gonna drop names. I can drop names, but I'm not gonna drop names. Um, that was like the sound. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, there it is again. Um, uh, I I
I
know the
can hear
noise.
it now.
No, I was like,
I
wait a
have
minute.
the headphones
But
in.
I also just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. But it was just like that
Good.
thing where I was just like, wait a minute, is that what? It, oh, okay, okay. Um,
Yeah, no, I could turn off my camera and go upstairs and fucking
no,
unplug that shit.
it's
But no,
actually, you know
I
what?
am
This
so sorry.
I think Dan, I think this is going to be called the beep episode.
Yeah, that's fine with it. And I'm so sorry if you are watching or and getting annoyed because I'm not lying. I literally thought the shit was in my head for the last
Which
week.
is very possible considering Dan has like not just tinnitus, but he's got like diagnosed tinnitus. Like my man's got
Ten-
earplugs. He's got ear.
Tinnitus, TBI,
Yeah.
traumatic brain injury, PTSD up the ass, all this other shit that I've been in therapy for a long fucking time. But hey, a
But
random beep noise doesn't startle me.
oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sensitive to it. I that remember you. All right. That's one thing. we're both. I remember my first. I remember my first douche flute, but
No, I fucking started laughing and choked on my fucking smoke.
I don't think Dan was ever at my level, but like I was a professional or like semi-pro video gamer. So like I think that's the one thing Dan and I are both gamers, but that's one thing I always picked up on. I always remembered when I was playing somebody who was in a different city, you know, or a different whatever, like different, not on the same server, and was playing in the hood, and I was like, oh shit, this kid is, because I could hear their fucking smoke alarm fucking battery going down. And it's always just
Bro,
it's and you know what it is? It's just usually 9 out of 10. It's just the fact that it's a 9 volt. And like they're hard to find. And instead of it being like a $3 or $2 battery, it's like an $8 battery, you know, or
yeah,
something like that, $6 back in the day. But you know,
yeah.
what
If it
oh,
wasn't, I guess like I'm gonna go grab a battery tomorrow after work. If it wasn't upstairs and between my kids' room, I would just let it sit. Like fuck
yeah.
it. But no, it's an important one. I would go upstairs and rip it out and call it good. But I'll go get a battery tomorrow. Thank you again for pointing it out. Because like I said, I thought I was going like I thought my shit was going absolutely nuts, and I don't go upstairs all the time. Like I don't have to. It's my kids. Like
Yeah,
it's their
Dan's
kids'
got
room.
2 floors. His bedroom's on the ground floor, and he's got the
Yeah,
fucking his nice ass stand up fucking shower in there.
yeah. It's like a and then like fuck the kids. No, they need to like they're supposed to keep the upstairs. They're old enough that they should be able to keep the upstairs, you know, clean and whatnot. And I know they don't. I because I do go up every once in a while, and I'm like, "Are you guys fucking kidding me?" Kind of shit. And but you were talking about playing with hood people, uh, bro. Like I've got lately, I've have 39 friends online all the time,
I got
and
two.
not one of these motherfuckers are playing zombies. So I've been going over with randoms lately, and I went in with some fucking hood rat. I mean, like, and this is like that's being nice, all right, from Chicago, and he's in there with me, and he's like, "I had tombstone this motherfucker. We going on?" And he's dropping n bomb. He's dropping n bombs so like he's like hood. Like he probably killed 3 people that that he knows of, and then shot at like 50 others. Like it was fun as fuck. I played with him. He added me as a friend. I added him back just because of how fucking funny he is. I haven't played with him since that one game, but I will. But when I play with him, I'm not gonna fucking bring in my main character that has all my good shit. It's gonna be my second or third character that has nothing.
Dude,
And
almost like you would we have 3 characters. I like 2 out of 3 are like my shits are kitted up for the most part, man. I mean, like usually my worst thing, I don't have fucking gold backpack on all of them, but
I
besides,
didn't say I don't have gold. I have medium backpack
yeah,
and
it's
two
medium on all of
plates.
them.
2 plates and medium on all on
Oh
two.
no, I have
And
three
then my
plates.
best one,
I got
I
three
have three
plates
plates.
on all of them. I have level 2 gas masks on 2 of the 3 at least. Yeah, like
Yeah,
y-
like I saved my good account for like when I play with you or like 2 of my
yeah,
other friends.
I got like I
And
yeah, my
then
my good ones that's just waiting just for
and then
you as well.
same with like when you craft like your because like I'm
No,
2 hours behind you. So like
well, yeah,
you're
I
playing
mean,
your
yeah,
first
I that's
game
why I
when
spend
I'm like in my sixth.
I spend my craft shit a lot when I'm not playing with you, just because like you said that a week or two ago. Like I have the weirdest hours. No, I like if I know I'm not going to play with you for fucking 6 to 12 hours, I think I'm okay. You know, if I'm playing at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, I know
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not going
Yeah.
to
I
play with you
remember.
for 8 hours at least. Like that's fine. I can waste. It's one of my craftables. You know, it's
But
fine.
I did use a tombstone. Like I got it from a mission and then
I
built
have
it.
never like used the tombstone can and had to go back. I
Okay,
like
so you get all your money,
no,
you
I
get
know what
all
it
the other
is.
shit. You don't get your shields and you don't get your guns.
Yeah.
And like you don't get that's it. But I did it on purpose with this dude because he said we can get it, we can pack a punch twice, and then we could get the third pack a punch real quick. And I did it. It was fun as fuck. That's one of my guys that I have a two plate on because there was we third pack a punch and then ran back quick to the yellow zone, trying to get three plates so we could go back to the red zone. Um, it was super fun. I will do that again, just never on my main account, not or my main character, because I don't want to lose my good backpack. Because that shit, the backpack is way more rare than the fucking three plate. Like
Yeah.
the three plate, you could almost find in every game as long as you're playing with half-ass decent people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm actually thinking
whatever.
about it. I don't even know if fuck, I don't even know if one of mine has the gold bag right now.
Did you fucking watch the short Doogie this week?
Um yes. Remind me what it was again. It
It
was
was literally like a 15-minute
oh
episode
uh
of
Adam
yeah,
Sandler's?
the five Sandler reviews of
Yes.
the
The
Thanksgiving
the 505 or
Applebee's with fucking Vanilla Ice in it
Rob.
as well.
You mean
Oh,
Rob?
Rob Van Winkle. Uh, it was fucking hilarious. I, I dude, I love the Adam Sandler bit
I gotta
just
tell
as
you something
much.
there, buddy. I love them all there, pal. If I could hear something about a Adam Sandler bit, if they go to Applebee's and going to have some of that chicken tenders, I'm gonna watch them all, pal. I'm gonna listen to them all there, dude.
And then I love that as much as I love the Tom Hanks shit for Duty Mugs. Like those are my two favorite segments that they have. And obviously the Stone Cold Diaries. Like holy shit, they need to do that more. But it was a super fun short clip that I think it was a Patreon exclusive. Um
Was it? Yeah.
I'm almost sure it was a Patreon exclusive. But god damn, dude, it was fucking great. I cannot wait for Doozy next week. I'm excited about it. Um, I'm getting really fucking tired of your mom's house. Like everything seems rushed the last like I don't know,
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 months. Um,
I agree with you. I am going to say something that I I listened to the past 2, 3 episodes and remembered that I kept trying to say something and didn't ever get it out. And it's because it's something I shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it. I kind of like the new YMH Studios show with Lauren Compton, First Date. I knew you were gonna make that face. I knew you were gonna.
uh,
I know you're
the
holding
face,
back.
if you're just
You're holding
listening, the
back.
face was
So
like a. I hated the first episode.
Dan
It was
is not
great.
only that face is making that face, but I know he's holding back so hard with what he really wants to say about me. Kind of liking this show. I don't. I'm not like. I'm not like I'm not like a fan. You know what I mean? Like, Dan, like we
Yeah.
like our shows, but uh the show, it's basically like it's such a chick show, and it's like hosted by such a chick, and if you're in the Opie and Anthony world, we call them a hole, where like she just was like the, oh my god, no, why would you say, oh my god,
Mhm.
you're like, oh no, my god, you're so gross, but like I don't know what it is. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's got a
The
beautiful face. She's,
only one that was good was the Mark Norman one,
dude,
and
the
that's
Mark
not because I'm a
Norman
Mark
one.
Norman. Not because I'm a Mark Norman
Dude,
Mark.
dude,
Get off
stop.
Mark Norman's dick, eh? But
No,
no,
no, no. She was like, he was like, how old are you? She was like, she goes, I'm 31. He goes, yeah, but how old are those tits? She goes, actually, I grew those on my own. He goes, what? She goes, and then she talked about shaving her legs. She goes, I would show you more, but I can't lift up my hips because I'm not wearing any underwear. And he goes, come on, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here?
yeah, yeah. No, it was super funny. That's it. But that's only because it was Mark. If like all the other ones have
Dude,
been pretty shit.
dude, she did Stavros. That's the one that happened this week. There was like two or three others that I like it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
You can have it. That's fine.
You know
Because
me,
the
dude.
other,
You know I'm critical. You know I'm hypercritical. But
well,
like,
because the other podcast on YMH, the kid from Sopranos, that
yeah,
is fucking garbage.
not not today, dude, or whatever the fuck it's called, or um,
Yeah, whatever. It's fucking horse shit, and it's a horrible, horrible 30 minute
yeah, I've
podcast.
heard like one or two episodes that were okay. I like Rob Eiler, but that show, I'm with
Have
you.
you watched the Tosh Show podcast yet?
I've seen some highlights. I've not seen it. I've never sat
I
through a front to
I
back one.
watched all three of them. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's if you like the Tosh.0
Um,
show, you would like this.
his name, Nadav, on his show. He just did a review. It's been like on my
I didn't
recommend.
watch it yet.
Yeah, he's that's been on my recommended. Like it literally, the title is the new Tosh podcast good? Like literally, like
Yeah.
it's something along those lines. I haven't watched it,
Watch
but
watch the first episode because he interviews his wife's gynecologist.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. Again, I've seen the
it's
highlight, seen some clips.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, okay,
The
yeah, yeah,
clips don't do it justice, I promise. And
yeah.
then
Okay.
the second one, he interviews a um Paralympian who has no legs. He's like, and then that's really funny as well. And at the very end, they have a race, and because the other dude has no legs, so he has to run with the spade things. So Tosh fucking makes him have a race in the beach at the end. You have to fucking watch it. I've
Okay.
I've died laughing, like had to like walk away from my desk at work because I listen to all my podcasts at work generally, and I had to walk away from my fucking desk so I could go laugh because otherwise I look like I'm a fucking maniac. But it's so fucking funny. It's so
So
that whole one with that guy is so fucking funny. But the
so
gynecologist one will hook you.
so our we've been busy the last 2 weeks. We haven't really like covered as much as we usually do. But Dan and I watch a lot of the same shows. And I know he's been going through the same thing I've been going through, where we've been fucking flooded with Steve-O. Um, so I already see the eye roll is there. I see that. But um, have you had a favorite? Because I know you've had to watch, you know, one or two at least. Have you had a favorite Steve-O
Legit, if he's on a podcast that I
interview?
listen to, I fucking skip them all. I
No. All right.
I fucking hate Steve-O's podcast. I like he's not funny to me. I don't think he's a funny comedian at all. Um, and no, no, no. I absolutely skip everything with Steve-O in it because I love him in Jackass. Don't get me wrong. Steve-O's my favorite character from Jackass. But other than
Really?
that, I fucking hate him. Like
Hmm.
I just can't stand him in anything. It's not like he's not funny. Like I don't think he's funny with his stand up at all. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm
Huh,
not cool
don't
enough anyway.
apologize.
I apologize. He'll never watch this, but
It's
just
just
like
no,
I
it's
just
different worlds. I mean,
don't
dude,
think
like
he's
I
funny.
grew up with Steve-O, fucking it's East Coast. Well, I didn't grow up with. I grew up with Bam. I grew up with fucking CKY. I grew up with that shit, and then that eventually evolved into Jackass, and that's a different conversation for another day. Um, uh, Dan, have you eaten anything delicious lately?
Bro,
How's wait,
so
have we talked Thanksgiving? Yeah,
no,
we
we have not. But
oh, we
Thanksgiving,
haven't. Oh,
my buddy David, I went to my buddy David's house for Thanksgiving,
huh.
and he made a fucking turkey that I would punch you in the face over.
I
It
oh,
was it was fucking fantastic. He smoked it. I know you did a smoked turkey too. Um, but also did injections on the hour every hour for 15 hours. Um,
Jesus.
and then on top of it, did crab legs. On
Oh,
top of it, did lobster. On top of
oh,
it, did mussels.
oh!
Uh, on top of it, did I mean like there's like seven other seafood dishes on
Give
top
it
of
to
it.
me, baby.
Did smoked red snapper with it. He spent $300 just on Thanksgiving food, and it was just me, him, my kids, his kids, and like weirdly enough, his ex father in law.
Oh,
Like
oh,
that is cool as fuck.
sometimes
Cool
that's
as
how it
fuck.
goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. That's okay.
And it was just us. And it was like legit probably the best Thanksgiving I've had since I was a kid. And
Nice.
the only thing that would have been better if the Lions would have beat the Packers. It was that was shitty, but overall, like the food and everything, scallops. That was the other thing I couldn't think
Oof,
of for a second.
oof.
Um,
Smoked salad.
oysters, oysters. Bro, it was such a good fucking. I got. I mean, like I'm on my like I had to change my cheat day from Thanksgiving, like the weekend to Thanksgiving Day, and then work out like a fucking madman all weekend, and then continue. Like I'm still losing weight, which is great. Which I'm gonna grab something in a minute because I think you need to do this shit too. But holy shit, it was fantastic. But I'm gonna turn my camera off for just a second. I can still hear you. You can
No,
still hear me.
Dan. The one thing we don't like doing is turning each other off. Because
Well, then I'll leave it open.
time
I'm gonna run. It's just on the other side, right here.
time is
I'm gonna
really
grab it.
short, and Dan and I really like to ask anybody who watches the show one favor, and that's to tell somebody that you love them. Life is very, very short. I lost. an uncle this week, or in the past couple of days, whatever you want to call it. I lost an aunt around the same time last year. It was December, and it it sucks. Life is fucking fleeting. Like it comes, it goes. You never know. There's no control over when somebody is just fucking gone. Right? It is what it is. Dan and I just ask if you're gonna do us a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, tell somebody you love them. Dan has some miracle cure that's gonna bring my
No,
uncle
it's not a miracle cure. It is. I'm covering the name because they don't sponsor. We're not sponsored by anybody,
Motherfucker.
but it's a Sour Patch Kid after workout thing. So you don't feel the soreness in your muscles and all that shit. And then I'll cover this one. They make a fucking Nutter Butter
Jesus, that's awesome.
fucking protein shake, which is fucking amazing. And then let me cover this last one.
Oh.
They make an Oreo cookie one too. And I'm a fat kid at heart.
I
Okay.
don't know why he's covering that for the fucking 13 viewers that we have.
I will, because I want I'm not gonna let them I'm not gonna say the company name, but we'll never get sponsorship. That's fine. We don't care. But I'm also not gonna shamelessly promote a big company when we promote all of our little guys all the time. But
We
this
do.
shit is so goddamn good.
I'm still waiting on that
Bro.
soap we were supposed to get.
I know, dude. Fucking for real. It's so fucking funny. Because I still haven't got it. What the fuck?
It was 2
And
years ago.
we're supposed to be my friends, and then no. But so no, we don't promote. No, we promote local businesses and shit. Not. I'm not promoting this shit. I'm just saying, they make
That's awesome, though. I
Oreo
mean, like the
and
fact that they, dude, the fact that you just showed that. I mean that in a good way. I mean, like,
afterwards,
now,
I'll send you the link.
now I want some of that Nutter Butter.
I'm gonna send you the link
God
after
damn
this.
it!
It is cheap as fuck compared to normal protein shake, and there's no chalkiness.
No,
It's a
now I mean,
oh,
if I
so
can
good.
ask about the affordability, and before we get out of here, is it cheaper
Under
or more?
$40.
Is it cheaper or more expensive than replacing the fucking battery that keeps chirping in the fucking background for the past 30 fucking 9 minutes? And on that note, I love you guys, and this has been perfectly misfit. Dan, I love you.
I love you
I
too,
already
buddy.
did the whole tune out thing. Tell somebody you love them. Um, guys, just be awesome to people. Like it's not hard. We fucking love you guys. We'll see you next week. I'm right.
You never know if they're struggling.
We
Be
got
nice to
yeah.
everybody.
Tell somebody you love them. We have a couple of weeks before it gets crazy for Christmas. See you guys soon. Thank you guys. Doop, doop, doop.
Deuces.